Welcome to your next English. Today, you're going to learn English through a simple and interesting story. Our story is called My New Apartment. Daniel has a new home, and today he is going to show us around. You will learn how to describe rooms, furniture, and things in a home using simple English. You will also hear useful sentences with there is and there are, and simple prepositions like in, on, under, and next to. This story is for Level 1 English learners, so relax, listen carefully, and try to understand the story from the context. Are you ready? Let's begin. My name is Daniel, and today is a very special day. I have a new apartment. It is not a big apartment. It is not a perfect apartment, but it is my apartment, and I am very happy. I move into my new apartment on a Saturday morning. The weather is nice, the sun is shining, and the sky is blue. I stand in front of the building with 2 boxes in my hands. I look up at the building and smile. This is my new home. The building is 5 floors tall. My apartment is on the 3rd floor. There is a small elevator near the entrance. There are also some stairs. I have 2 big boxes and 1 small bag, so I decide to use the elevator. I put the boxes in the elevator and press the number 3. The doors close. The elevator goes up. 1 floor, 2 floors, 3 floors. The doors open. I take my boxes and walk down the hall. My apartment is at the end of the hall. There is a small door with the number 305 on it. I take my key from my pocket. I put the key in the door. Click. The door opens. I take a deep breath. Welcome home, Daniel. I walk inside. The first room is the living room. It is not very big, but it is bright. There is a large window in the living room. The window is in front of me. There are white curtains next to the window. The sun comes through the window, so the room is full of light. There is a small sofa in the middle of the room. The sofa is grey. There is a small table in front of the sofa. There is a lamp on the table. There is also a small table next to the sofa. I like the plant. It makes the room feel warm and comfortable. I put one of my boxes on the floor. Then I look around the room. There is no television yet. There are no pictures on the walls. The walls are empty. But I do not mind. I want to make this place my own. I sit on the sofa. It is very comfortable. I look at the window. I can see the street outside. There are cars on the street. There are some trees near the building, and there is a small coffee shop across the street. Maybe I can have coffee there tomorrow. I smile. Then I stand up. There is still a lot to do. I walk into the next room. It is the kitchen. The kitchen is small, but there is everything I need. There is a refrigerator next to the wall. There is a stove beside the refrigerator. There is an oven under the stove. There is a sink near the window, and there are some cabinets above the sink. There are 4 plates in one cabinet. There are 4 cups in another cabinet. There are some glasses next to the cups. There is a small coffee machine on the kitchen counter. I love coffee, so the coffee machine is very important to me. Good morning, coffee machine. I laugh. There is also a small table in the kitchen. There are 2 chairs around the table. One chair is next to the window. The other is across from it. I open the refrigerator. Surprise! It is almost empty. There is a bottle of water, there are 2 apples, and there is some milk. That's all. Okay, I need to go shopping. I close the refrigerator. I look at the kitchen again. It is small, but I like it. There is a lot of space on the counter. There are clean dishes in the cabinets. Everything has a place. I think this kitchen will be a nice place to have breakfast every morning. I leave the kitchen and walk down the small hall. There is a bathroom on the left. I open the door. The bathroom is small and clean. There is a mirror above the sink. There is a small cabinet under the sink. There is a shower next to the wall. There is a toilet beside the shower. There are 2 towels on a shelf. There is also a small window above the shower.
I look at the bathroom. Everything is simple. There are no special decorations, but everything is clean, and that is important to me. I close the bathroom door. Then I walk to the bedroom. The bedroom is my favorite room. It is quiet. There is a large bed near the window. The bed has a blue blanket. There are 2 pillows on the bed. There is a small table next to the bed. There is a lamp on the table. There is also an alarm clock next to the lamp. I look at the alarm clock. It is new. I bought it yesterday. I put my phone on the table. Then I look around the room. There is a large closet near the door. There are some empty shelves inside the closet. There are also some drawers under the shelves. I open one drawer. It is empty. I open another drawer. It is empty too. Perfect! I have a lot of space. I begin to unpack my clothes. I take a shirt out of one box, then another shirt, then some pants. I put the shirts in the closet. I put the pants in the drawers. I also have some shoes. There is a small space under the bed. I put my shoes there. Now the bedroom looks better. There are clothes in the closet. There are shoes under the bed. There is a small bag next to the door, and there is a book on the table. I look at everything. Yes, this feels like home. But there is one more room. My apartment has a small office. I walk back into the hall. At the end of the hall, there is a small room. I open the door. Wow! It is small, but it is perfect for me. There is a desk near the window. There is a chair in front of the desk. There is a computer on the desk. There is a small lamp next to the computer. There are some books on a shelf above the desk. There is a notebook beside the computer, and there is a pen on the notebook. I sit in the chair. I look out the window. I can see the buildings across the street. I can see the trees. I can see people walking on the sidewalk. The room is quiet. I like it. I can work here. I open my computer. I put my notebook on the desk. Then I write 3 words in the notebook. My new home. I look at the words. I think about my old apartment. My old apartment was very small. There was only 1 bedroom. There was a tiny kitchen. There was no office. There was not much space. But this apartment is different. There is more space here. There are more windows. There are more rooms. And there is a place for everything. I close the notebook. Then I hear a sound. Knock, knock. Someone is at the door. I walk out of the office. I walk through the living room. I open the front door. It is my friend, Mike. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Mike, come in. Mike walks inside. He looks around the apartment. Wow, nice place. Thanks. Mike walks into the living room. He looks at the sofa. There's a nice sofa here. Yes, I bought it last week. Mike looks at the window. There's a big window, too. Yes, I really like the window. Then Mike walks into the kitchen. He looks around.
There are 2 chairs, but I don't see any food. I laugh. That's because I haven't gone shopping yet. Mike opens the refrigerator. There's almost nothing in here. I know. Mike closes the refrigerator. You need to go shopping. Yes, I do. We walk back into the living room. Mike sits on the sofa. I sit next to him. We look around the room. There are still some boxes on the floor. There are no pictures on the walls. There is no television. But the apartment already feels nice. Mike looks at me. You like it, right? I smile. Yes, I really like it. There's a lot of space. Yes. And there's a nice view. Yes. Mike looks toward the kitchen. And there's a coffee machine. That's the most important thing. We both laugh.
After a few minutes, Mike helps me move the last box. We put the box in the bedroom. Then we clean the living room. We put some books on the shelf. We put a small picture on the table. We move the plant next to the window. Now the room looks different. It feels warmer. It feels more like home. The sun is going down. The light outside is changing. I stand near the window. Mike stands next to me. We look outside. There are lights in the buildings. There are cars on the street. People are walking home. I look around my apartment one more time. There is a sofa in the living room. There is a table in front of the sofa. There is a plant next to the window. There is a kitchen with a small table and 2 chairs. There is a bedroom with a large bed. There is a bathroom with a small window. There is an office with a desk and a computer. There are boxes on the floor. There are books on the shelves. There are clothes in the closet. There are shoes under the bed. Everything is simple. Everything is new. And everything is mine. I look at Mike and smile. Thank you for helping me. Mike smiles. No problem. He puts on his jacket. I have to go now. Okay, see you tomorrow. See you, Daniel. Mike leaves the apartment. I close the door. The apartment is quiet again. I walk into the living room. I sit on the sofa. I look around. This morning, this was just an empty apartment. Now it is my home. There is a place to sleep. There is a place to eat. There is a place to work. There is a place to relax. There are my books. There are my clothes. There are my things. And there are many new memories waiting to happen here. I look at the window. The city is quiet. The lights are beautiful. I take a deep breath. I smile and say, "Welcome home, Daniel." And for the first time, my new apartment really feels like home. And that's the end of Daniel's first day in his new apartment. Today, you heard many simple English sentences for describing a home. You heard how to talk about rooms, furniture, and things around the house. You also practiced there is, there are, and simple prepositions. Remember, you don't need to understand every word. Listen again, follow the story, and let the English become familiar. Thank you for listening to Your Next English. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to the channel and come back for the next story. See you in the next episode. Keep listening, keep learning, and keep moving forward.